Hello everybody and welcome to EBA Sports The Show, creating content for high-level athletes using advanced videography. I'm your host, Ryan Ketchum, and we're currently here at the EBA Sports Studio. And I'm joined alongside a junior quarterback from Inglewood High School, Justyn Martin. Thanks for joining the show.
No problem, anytime.
Yeah, thanks for coming out here. I know it's a hot day today, but we'll get things started. And you're going to Inglewood High School now. You came from Junipero Serra High School out there in Gardena. They're known for putting out NFL talent, guys like Robert Woods. What was the transition like for you, and why did you kind of make that decision?
I feel like Inglewood was just like more of home for me, and right as I got to Inglewood, we just worked day one, just worked, and I feel like I've gotten way better and I've progressed a lot, and I've learned a lot of things about football and life and how to just attack situations. So I think Inglewood is just a better fit for me.
Mm-hmm. And then going into a new high school, going into a new set of circumstances as well, with new athletes. There's a lot of transfers going to Inglewood right now as well. How have you been able to build that chemistry off the field? There's COVID-19 going on, so maybe not able to actually have practices with the team right now, but how have you been able to build that chemistry with those guys? Yeah,
we still get together and just work out, just run plays, and it's all player organized. So we basically just have to lead ourselves since the virus is not allowing us to be together as a team, so we kind of just have to work with each other.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I've noticed out of you is you're very academic oriented as well. You care about the being good in school. So what would you say is a way that you've been able to have that time management and able to actually focus on school while still being a high-level athlete?
I try to just attack school first and just go all out, because if you delay it and you try to put it to the side, everything's just going to fall apart. So you just got to just attack it and go for it and just get your work done, sit in class, listen, and just pay attention.
Mm-hmm. And you're a big guy for sure, a tall guy at the quarterback position, and you even played, basketball. I saw some clips of you at Serra. You were throwing down alley-oop dunks.
Yeah.
How have you been able to kind of focus on athleticism as well, and how has basketball helped you in the football stance too?
I think basketball in a way teaches me the importance of athleticism and basically what I can do. And I've been working, I still work out, I still lift, I still run, I do all that. So basically I'm just trying to produce as much on the field as possible.
Now, I know you were saying that you were trying to hit a certain weight. You were trying to get up to about 210. You hit over the 200 mark earlier this year. How are you kind of focusing on that, and what's kind of your focus even more than maybe just putting on a couple extra pounds? What's your focus to maybe have even more of a breakout season next year?
I don't really focus on the number too much. I kind of just have a feel of my body, and I can tell when it's getting sluggish or not. So I try to stay fast and big at the same time. And basically, when those two come together, then all I have to do is worry about the mental part of the game, because that's a lot of the game, that's most of the game. So I'm just trying to put it all together that matches me perfectly.
You spoke about sluggishness. There's a lot of people really sluggish with gyms closing and not being able to actually hang out with people, I guess, in public, especially during the beginning when this pandemic was really kind of a force in California especially. So how have you been able to get your work in and still get maybe some private workouts with some guys and still make sure you're on point for the season?
Yeah, I lift 3 or 4 times a week. I throw with my guys Tuesdays, Thursdays, I run. So it's all coming together, and I just try to get everything done in an organized way.
Mm-hmm. And I know when you transferred, you posted on social media, you said, thank you, Serra, and everyone who supported me in January. That was back then, and when you announced that you were going over there, so you're really thankful for your time with Serra. So what did you kind of learn back at a program like that could be able to affect you for the better? And now you being in a leadership position, being an upperclassman, how do you think your time with Serra can be able to help you at Inglewood?
I think Serra introduced me to actual real football, real reads, real alignments, real everything. So they basically introduced the concepts and just everything about high school, high-level football. And I basically take that with me here, and I kind of just try to plug it into the open spots and basically just learn as much as possible.
Right, and learning as much as possible. I mean, you got to be a sponge basically in football, especially at the quarterback position. So at your level right now as a junior in high school, going into your junior year, what would you say is something that was really important that you wish that you would have learned maybe a little earlier on in your career to maybe set in forth motion a little bit more and to be able to up your skills a little bit more to be able to better yourself, what would you suggest somebody that's a little younger should kind of focus on a little bit more?
Definitely the mental side of the game, because you can be as strong, like you can throw 80 yards, you can do all that. But if you don't have the mental side of the game, you're not going to be successful, and it's going to show. And if you're not mentally strong, then people are going to talk about you and you're just going to fall apart. So you just have to focus, trust yourself, have confidence in yourself, and basically just keep playing.
24/7 Sports and ESPN have you ranked as a 4-star quarterback. So being kind of a high-tier elite quarterback, you mentioned how there could be a lot of things thrown at you, and staying strong mentally. What are some things that you have personally done to make sure that you have the mental capacity to stay within the game or stay within the classroom and not kind of get, too full of yourself, or, get out of your own body pretty much with having that high of a ranking?
So yeah, I don't really focus on the ranking, because I feel like this season I just have a lot to prove to everybody, my teammates, my coaches, family, everybody. So I kind of just keep conversations with people that have done it and that are successful, and I just try to take in everything that they know, because if you don't, then this game will tear you apart. And everybody around you, they might not be positive, but you're just going to have to be mentally strong and just take it with a chip on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you were mentioning, some people that have already gone through it and getting some guidance from them. What are some people that you kind of look for that guidance, or some people that you watch tape of to maybe manipulate out on the field?
Yeah, I look towards some of my peers, some of my competition, like Sarah quarterback Malik Murphy. I talk to him all the time, and we played against each other like our whole lives. So it's basically like just taking what we can from each other. And I talk to my coaches. They both went to all levels: JUCO, college, D1, NFL. They've done it all. So I just try to talk to them and basically just take in all the knowledge that I can.
Yeah, taking in that knowledge is very important. And people going, like you mentioned, some of your coaches at the JUCO level, they know about the JUCO grind, I guess you could say, with going through that and trying to get your spot on a team. So with you being in this position and kind of hearing from somebody that maybe went through more of a grind than others to be able to get to that spot, what have they kind of taught you, and how are you able to kind of just listen to them, soak it all in, and just kind of understand your position that you're in and going forward to college?
Never get complacent, and always just stay on your best. Like, take every rep as 100% as you can. And people, what I was told, like right from the jump, they said people, they're not going to like you, and you just have to clear your head, worry about yourself, and just stay focused.
Yeah, stay focused, clear your head, and make sure that you're ready to go. And you were talking about Malik Murphy and some other players that you've been able to stay in contact with and going through. Obviously, that's during camps and youth football. You were on the Cal Supreme 16 under team, played in the championships. You were the 2019 Rise Up Best Camper Award winner as well. And just kind of getting those awards and those accolades and going through kind of the system of going through camps. How do you think that helps you to be able to better your future and be able to get you in this position, just going up against that high talent?
Yeah, I think that just gives me an edge, just going against the best like all the time, because if you set your standards to the best, then you're going to be able to compete with the best. And when you play people that might not be up to that level, you should be able to just dominate them. Don't go down to their level. And it teaches me a lot about character and basically what you have to do to be successful and how you have to do it.
And yeah, you have to have confidence, and you can see it with your style of play. You can even see it right now with you talking, the confidence that you have in your game. And I know on Twitter you retweeted this one post that said the top quarterback class in the last 10 years, and you were saying class of 2022. You were mentioning on Twitter of the criticism saying you're too slow or not a dual threat quarterback, and you said let's dance on them. So with having that confidence, how are you able to get that confidence, and how are you able to kind of look in yourself and kind of know exactly how good you are no matter the criticism you get?
Yeah, so I think that a lot of the failure that happens builds you. I think if you just success, and then you never learn like how to overcome the hump. And so like all the time, I might throw a bad pass, I might do this and that. I always try to just learn from it, because you're gonna, no matter what level you get to, no matter how good you are, you're gonna eventually come against a team that's strategized against you. You're gonna come against a team that picks you off, like deflects the ball. You're gonna come through all that. So basically, you just have to learn. If you don't learn from your failure, then it's just a waste.
Yeah, learning through failure. I mean, you see all these guys at the highest levels. That's how they're able to get up there. You see all these guys, usually they go through some sort of adversity, whether it's personal life or whether it's athletics or academics, or you could fill in the blank with any adversity these guys go through, but they're able to get there. So I know there's a lot of adversity stories, but is there any kind of one in particular that you kind of look at and pump you up? I know they got guys like Eric Thomas and these motivational speakers, Inky Johnson, to name a few. Is there somebody that you kind of look for to maybe get you that extra motivation to push forward?
What pushes me is like, I know how it feels to be second string, third string. I know how it feels to be all that. I know how it feels to just not be at the, like, you can be at the top, you can be a guy, but not the guy. I know how it feels to get picked off. I know how it feels to be criticized. I know how it feels to do all that. So I just take it all in, and that just pushes me just to not necessarily prove them wrong, just to prove myself and prove everyone that I can do it, and I'm gonna do it regardless of the situation.
Yeah, make sure that you stick to it and continue to grind with it. And I know out here with Inglewood, you categorize their offense as a diverse spread offense. So with kind of switching offensive schemes and a whole entire playbook, everything is kind of overhauled now that you're going to a new high school. How has it been just transitioning there and you're not even able to practice? I know we kind of spoke about that a little earlier, but how have you been able to kind of get the playbook memorized or make sure that you're able to hit your receivers on the right mark?
Yeah, so I've been trying to just like study the playbook, study defenses. I looked at last year's Inglewood film and defense that they went against their own defense, and basically I just try to take in everything that I can get. My coaches, they like introduced me to the playbook before this all broke down, and they basically are telling me like what you're trying to look for. If you focus on too much at one time, then you're just gonna mess yourself up. So you just gotta focus on one thing at a time and basically just stay calm and trust yourself.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna overload your brain with too many things if you try to remember the whole playbook in one night per se.
Yeah.
But with you out here, you were listed as a top 10 offensive prospect in 2020 to Prototype. You were also a QB hit list top 10 quarterback of class of 2020, ranked number 8. Getting those rankings and just kind of seeing you move further and further up, knowing about you being on a second string quarterback, a third string quarterback throughout your career, and now to the point where you're kind of in the biggest names of 2022. How does that feel, just kind of knowing that you're getting that recognition and your hard work is paying off?
It feels good just to know that people are recognizing my game, but honestly don't take it too hard. Like, I don't think about it too much, because at the end of the day that can all go away. Like, all go away in an instant. So I just have to stay focused and just strive to be the best person I can be.
Right, exactly. And now going to your offers, we were speaking a little bit off camera. Some big time colleges are looking at you and showing you interest, like Arizona State, Michigan State. You have Kansas, Nebraska, Oregon, Oregon State, San Jose State, USC, UCLA, all these colleges that are looking at you. But take me back to that first offer that you got with William and Mary. How did it feel, just kind of knowing that a Division I college is looking at you, knowing that programs are actually looking for you to start a quarterback?
Yeah, it was definitely a confidence booster for me, and it was kind of a shock because I didn't expect it, and that kind of just motivated me to just keep pushing, because ever since then I've just been focused, and telling myself like I could do this, and I have the ability. I have a lot that God has given me, so I need to just fulfill what He's set on, like, plan for me.
And yeah, getting those offers. When you're looking at your offers, though, you're in junior year still, so you're a little young. You don't have to make a decision yet. Some guys, commit even back in 8th grade. Some of the guys, but you're waiting till a little bit further on in your career to do so. What is something that you're looking at, though? Well, what is something that's important to you when you're evaluating which college you're going to attend?
Yeah, I think a quarterback-minded coach, like a very strong quarterback background coach, I believe, because a quarterback coach thinks differently than anybody else. You can't have a receiver coach coaching a quarterback. You need to have a quarterback, like basically a quarterback coaching a quarterback, because quarterbacks think differently. Sometimes, from the quarterback's view, some things aren't open, and then from the sidelines, everything is open. So it's just like you have to. It's a different mindset and different mentality from a quarterback coach. So I'm looking for just a great quarterback-minded coach.
Mm-hmm. Now, back in October 4th of 2019, Eric Sonheimer said that the third string quarterback that was in versus Loyola, he was pretty good getting that victory. So looking back at that game, I believe that was your first start as well, for first time kind of getting that action. How was it just kind of going in there, making your name heard, to get a guy like that to be able to, tweet you out, kind of a legend with SoCal Sports. So kind of being in that position, how did that feel, just kind of being there, high school sports, having kind of your first game, knowing that kind of everything is riding on you?
Yeah, it was. I was a little nervous at first, but then after that first hit I took, it kind of just cleared my head. And I was like, it doesn't hurt. It's not, it's not anything that I haven't taken before. So I need to just focus, stay with the game plan, and just trust my receivers.
Exactly, and trust the receivers you've done throughout this time. It's going to be great to be able to see you out at Inglewood. Once again, this is Justyn Martin. He's a junior quarterback, class of 2022, just transferred to Inglewood High School. You can be able to catch him. Season is supposed to start, at least as of this date. The CIF has their Southern Section season beginning on January 8th of 2021. So we'll be able to catch him out on the field along with his other teammates. So make sure that you watch him, follow him through his career. Make sure that you like, comment on our YouTube channel, EBA Sports. Make sure you subscribe as well. Make sure to follow us on Instagram as well at EBA_sports for more exclusive content. But thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to EBA Sports, the show. We'll see you next time with more exclusive interviews. Thank you.